I first knew Douglas Snar as a neighbor in our stake in Mount Olympus area. Then after he got on his mission, why, he really called me up to find out what could be done about getting some buildings built up in Alaska. That's how we became acquainted. And he was on the phone, you know, all the time with me. He wasn't going to quit. And so I don't know who he started calling, but he sure pestered me a lot. And I said, okay, I'll ask the brethren if they'll consider an exception to policy. So I asked Fred, my boss, Fred Baker. He just laughed. He said, "Oh, we don't do that for mission presidents, for only a handful of people. He's just full of baloney. Don't even listen to him." But anyway, he kept after it, and finally Fred said, "Well, okay, let's ask the brethren if it's all right to have an exception of policy." And we said, you know, we've got a different climate up there. We better have our engineers and architects look at the situation to see if we need to build a different kind of building up there. And Doug had a lot of ideas too, I think. So they got into it and decided, I guess it was okay to have an exception to policy. And I think there were 4 or 5 places where they decided to, as Doug suggested. I think one of the places was Sitka. I think the first building we built was in Whitehorse, was in Canada. And I think that was part of his mission at the time.